What's up, CSU Rams fans? Rich Kurtzman here from Moby Arena, where your Colorado State Rams men's basketball team has just improved to 1-0 on the 2017-18 season, knocking off Sacramento State 72-61. Hey, this is presented by Crazy Carl's Pizza. Thank you guys for the sponsorship. And Colorado State, they started out the game on fire. And besides giving up the lead late in the first half and then early on in the second half, Sacramento State was able to steal the lead again. CSU was able to put their foot on the gas and push their lead up to as much as 17 in the second half to end up cruising to that victory. That 17-point lead did get whittled down to 7 with a few minutes to go, 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go to be in fact, but CSU was able to cruise to the win, and Larry Eustace, head coach of the Rams, said after the game that it was a tough test for his team that they needed to pass, and they did pass that tonight. CSU, they started out leading the game by 11-0 early on, and there were definitely some early game jitters from both sides as JD Page turned the ball over by running out of bounds actually, and Sacramento State turned the ball over too. There were silly fouls on both ends of the floor. 2 early fouls by Shea Bob. That put the Rams in a lot of trouble. They had to go to a 3 and even 4 guard set for a lot of the game, especially in that first half. And Larry said after the game that he had to do that because of not only Shea Bob's fouls, but Nico Carvaccio's as well. Well, Carvaccio and Bob ended up having great games, but the Rams, they kind of lost their stride midway through the first half when both of those guys got into foul trouble. Luckily, Prentice Nixon, he was able to carry the Rams with 11 points in that first half alone. After the game, I asked Nixon about that scoring early on in that first half, and he said that he was able to see some gaps in the defense, and he just took advantage of them actually, and did a lot of backdoor cuts from Nico Carvaccio. Carvaccio is definitely an underrated passer. He finished the game with 3 assists. That was 3 times as many as his starting point guard, Prentice Nixon, who said he was going to be a better facilitator this year. Obviously, he finished the game with a game-high 16 points, well, a CSU-high 16 points and only 1 assist, so he's going to look to be that facilitator even more. That's a role that he's going to have to grow into. It's something that I wondered if he would be able to take on. He said that he wanted to average 6 assists per game. He only got 1 in this first game here, but still a solid win for his Rams. In the second half, CSU went into halftime up only 2. Again, Sacramento State was able to steal that lead, but then the Rams really put it on the Sacramento State Hornets, and after the break, they started that second half off with a 9-0 run, and it was JD Page, it was Shea Bob, Nico Carvaccio, everybody was adding in some scoring here and there. The Rams, at the end of the game, they ended up scoring 18 points off of Sacramento State turnovers, really capitalizing by playing all-out effort on the defensive end. And as Nixon said after the game, they held the Hornets of Sacramento State to 19 of 60 shooting. That was 31.4%. Larry was happy about that. Larry was not happy about his team's shot selection. But as Nixon said, it's a free-flowing offense, and sometimes they're going to have off nights. But Nixon also said about his defense that their goal is to be the best defensive team in the country, and that, quote, "we started to show that today." Well, maybe they did. Once again, your CSU Rams have started out 1-0 here at Moby Arena on the 2017-18 season, and they play again on Tuesday night. And, what Larry said that he thought was the most exceptional part of tonight's game was the crowd. The crowd was actually pretty solid. It was over 4,000 fans. 3,797 is what they counted here on the official scorers sheet. And yeah, it was pretty solid for that early in the season. Tuesday night, your Rams play again at 7 p.m. So come down here. They don't play for another couple weeks. Show them some love here at Moby Arena. And thanks again to all you stalwarts for tuning in to not only this, MileHighSports.com, for downloading the Mile High Sports app, and for listening to the CSU Ramscast every Tuesday and Friday. I'm out.